Hey y'all, and welcome back to another Photography Friday. If it's your first time here, every week we talk about some photography tips and techniques, as well as some media business tips and techniques to become a better photographer and media business owner. My name is Jane Corley with PicVisions, Media Arts and Photography. Let's get started on how to collaborate with a hair and makeup artist, or some tips and tricks for doing it yourself at the time of the session. First, let's start if you're going to have someone to collaborate with. So if you are going to be hiring or having your client hire a hair and makeup artist, it's going to average you somewhere between $90 and $170, and you can even go as low as $50 and as high as $200 for a makeup and hair artist. If you're willing to do it yourself, you can absolutely add it to the cost of your client's session, but if you're choosing to hire a hair and makeup artist for the time of your session, I would strongly suggest coordinating and collaborating with them for the entirety of the shoot. Having someone on staff with you, not only as a fellow artist to help you improve the shoot, or to even just do touch-ups as the shoot progresses, is invaluable. It is so wonderful to have a fellow artist with you to help you get the best results for your client. First, if you are searching for a makeup artist and a hairstylist to collaborate with, you need to learn a little bit about them. You need to learn about their versatility, you need to learn about their knowledge. So seeing their portfolio and seeing their different experience on different skin types and different shoot themes, because you're going to shoot a family session differently than you're going to shoot a high fashion model session. And those are going to need different makeup and hairstyles to match the theme of your session. So make sure to look at their portfolio and talk about the different experiences that they feel comfortable with so that they can match the tone and theme of your shoot. So along with finding out their versatility, find out what their time management and their time allotment needs are. If your hair and makeup artist needs anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour prior to the session to get your model or the people within the shoot ready, hair and makeup ready to go, give them that time. Don't rush them, but they need to be mindful of time management, because you don't want to waste your time, you don't want to waste the hair and makeup person's time, and you don't want to waste your model or the subject of your session's time. Everybody's time is valuable, so as long as we keep the train rolling over the course of the session, you should be good to go. Find out if the hair and makeup artist is okay with the model bringing their own product to use, while they only bring maybe their primers and a few brushes for blending. But find out the cost difference to help your subject out, and if that doesn't matter, see if maybe there's a few different makeup needs. I know I personally have very sensitive skin, so there's certain kind of makeups that I cannot use, or else the next day I will regret it, and I won't be doing videos for a while because my face will be real wrecked. So find out from your model and coordinate with your hair and makeup artist to find out what kind of products and tools are special for your model. Next is going to find out what is their understanding of color balance. What is their understanding of how colors react to light, react to shadows, and react to different tonalities when you're putting different techniques into play during your session. Finding out this information can also give you an idea of how versatile and experienced this makeup artist, especially makeup artist, is with their craft. When it comes to hair artists, or if you don't get one that does both, find out if they are available to give you a few options for styles. Having your hair all the way down, having it halfway up, having it all the way up to really show the features of the face. Understand the versatility from the hair artist as well as the makeup artist if they're not the same person. So let's jump back into theme. The theme of your session is very, very important. And the hair and makeup artist will need to bring specific items to that session with you so that you can achieve the best outlook on that theme. If you're doing a high fashion, you're going to need more than just foundation and a palette of eyeshadow and maybe some blush. And you're going to need glitter, you're going to need stencils to maybe put an extra angle of color onto the face that makes it look a little bit more abstract and more attractive to that high fashion look. If you're doing a session for a family and it involves children, young children, you're going to make sure to bring touch-up materials. These touch-up materials are going to enable you to manicure the models and the people within the session so that everyone looks great for every shot. That may just include, making sure their eyebrows look good, making sure that they don't have any bumps in their hair, making sure that their lipstick isn't on their teeth. Having these tools and knowing what to look for and what to reach out to that hair and makeup artist on to help you make sure that everything in the shoot goes smoothly. Having this collaboration and partnership with a hair and makeup artist is amazing. It's absolutely amazing, because if you are able to talk to each other, give each other some examples and some, for instance, this is kind of the look I'm going for, what can you do to almost mirror or mimic this style? And they will be able to visualize exactly what you want to do and deliver it to fruition and fulfill exactly what you want to do in this session. So understand the lighting situations that you're going to be providing to your model or to your family, and translate those lighting situations to your hair and makeup artist. Because if you're going to be lighting a model from one side or another, they need to accentuate those shadows and contrasts and highlights in certain areas of your model so that they can give the best look for the final products. If they don't understand these lighting situations, don't cut them out. Don't just alienate them from the whole session because, they don't understand. Teach each other and collaborate if this is a hair and makeup artist that does not have experience. And in partnering with a hair and makeup artist, this is going to not only expand your profile, but it's going to expand their profile. So this collaboration, teamwork, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back, is key when we're talking in the world of artists. Photographer, makeup artist, hair artist, whatever sort of artist you are, collaboration is key. Lastly, when you're collaborating with your hair and makeup artist, make sure to translate the purpose of the session. We've talked about family sessions, we've talked about model sessions, but what about product photography sessions? What if you're trying to show off a new blouse, or you're trying to show off a set of jewelry? The makeup does not need to be distracting to the subject matter of the photo. If you are doing editorial shoots and you're trying for more of a natural look, do not paint your model up to look like a high fashion model. You want to keep it neutral colors, but you want it to be flattering and even that skin tone. So briefly, let's get into you as a photographer partnering with no one and doing the hair and makeup yourself for a model or during a family session. Even though you don't have anyone to collaborate with, it is important to translate your vision to your subject, because that subject has probably done makeup on themselves and understands where that makeup and where the shadows and contour of their face naturally fall, what they normally look good in, what kind of products they like to use, and it will really help you expedite the process. If you are also doing hair and makeup on a model or in a family session yourself, give yourself time. Your session will go from a 30-minute session to an hour-long session with even a 30-minute prior. This is because you're going to have to manicure during your session. If this hair is not where it's supposed to be, or it's not curling the right way, you may have to have your curling iron, or just a brush, or just whatever you need to do to get your model together. This is going to take time, and it's going to take you by surprise if you don't prepare yourself for it. Next, if you're doing your own hair and makeup during your session, understand the contours and the highlight palettes of your face. Everybody knows the cheekbones and the hollows of your face, and don't stop at your chin line. Bring that makeup all the way down and blend it into the natural shade. You may need to have the subject bring their own makeup palette, because you're not going to have the sanitation hookup that a makeup artist is going to or should have. They're going to be mindful of the techniques of keeping their products and keeping their brushes and keeping their materials clean and sanitized and ready to go for new subjects. So ask your model to bring their own makeup and their favorite palettes for you to work with. Then you can bring in a few extra pizzazz elements like some glitter in a high fashion, or maybe a clip or something like that to accessorize and bump up the quality of that shoot with the hair and makeup of your subject. When you're just getting started out, just keep in mind that the model needs to have a clean face and clean hair and probably be wearing something that's a button-up if they're changing outfits. This is because you don't want them taking their shirt off or really just bringing anything over the palette of their hair and makeup to mess up the hard work that you've worked on. Starting with a clean palette of a clean face and clean hair that's just ready to be styled, ready to go, will help expedite the process of hair and makeup prior to the shoot. This will give you a controlled environment of a clean slate so that you won't have any surprises. Don't overdo the makeup if you're not familiar with it. Start with something that looks a little bit more natural with just a little bit of the volume turned up, and then build from there. If you're looking through the lens of your camera and it still just looks really flat, take a step back and work with it. Make sure that you limit the amount of post-production needed by getting it right in camera, because that's the whole purpose of adding a hair and makeup artist to your shoot. Expediting the post-production process and getting a better result during your sessions. So I do hope that this video was helpful on how to incorporate a hair and makeup artist, or how to start doing hair and makeup in your photo sessions yourself as a media artist and photographer. Make sure to leave in the comments below any tips and tricks that you have for your fellow photographers and hair and makeup artists who are watching this. Hey friends. And make sure to tune in next week when we go over some tips and tricks for starting your own media business. Whether it's a photographer, an illustrator, a crafter, or a hair and makeup artist, just the tips and tricks to get yourself off the ground floor, up, started, and running with your new small business. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Again, I'm Jane Corley with Pick Visions, Media Arts and Photography. Do make sure to like this video if you learned something new, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can be notified every time a new video is uploaded every Friday. See you then, guys.